Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, another episode, NBA Talk with Jay, Monday, December 27, 2021, my guys. We're here, we're back. I obviously did the earlier show live every day at 1 o'clock Eastern and 6 o'clock Eastern, my guys. 5 o'clock Central for me, all that good stuff. One of my guys said I'm late. No, I'm not late, man. 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm not sure what time it is where you at, my guy, but we here, man. We here. Let's get to it, my guys. Let's get to it. Go straight to business, right? Right, straight to business. A lot of stuff going on, man. I did see that. I saw the Bulls line coming down all day, back up to four. Now, the Trey Young will likely play in this game as well. But I'll be like I said, I hadn't even been on Twitter, none of that. No social media for me. I don't even care what's going down. Strictly numbers, strictly the spots. That's where we're going at, guys. So I don't even care. I'm not no. So I guess what I'm saying, no super inside info here. I did see that Aiden was out. Trey Young likely come back here. Not maybe not as much info as much, but hey, some of the info was clouding me. You see what I'm saying? Some of the info, I'm looking at social media and shit too much. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get back to it, man. The old times. Things were nice before all the social media and stuff, but let's get to it, man. We got the Rockets versus the Hornets here. Let's see what just happened. Let's see. It just went up to it's up to 8 now. I got the odd screen up, man. Hopefully have a big announcement coming here pretty soon. Yeah, so it looks like Trey Young will be in. It's going down to 3 now for the Bulls. A lot of times you could just look at the line, guys. I will go a lot slower in this show. I know I was going rapid fire earlier. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys, man. If you guys have some questions, put it in the chat for me at the end of the video. I will go over the questions here. Any questions and props as well. If you like some props, let me know. I'll look at them. Now let's see. We got the let's go. So first game up, we won the streets of Charlotte here. I'm seeing 96% of money on the Hornets here. It's up to 8 now. Maybe they just announced that maybe Kevin Porter Jr. or someone is out in this one. So I know it's at 7.5. Guys, let's see what's going on in this one, my guys. Let's go to obviously the first thing that I'll do is bring up the injuries, right? Because that's what in today's NBA it's tough out here, but that's what we have to do. So Tate, oh, okay. So Tate is out now. Garrison Matthews is already out for the Rockets. Now you got Tate is out. KJ Martin out as well. DJ Augustine is out. So they're starting to miss some of their depth here. And that's why I wait to the last minute to make my bets as well. So a couple of key pieces. It's tough because guys, the Rockets, everyone on their team is a key piece. They're doing it collectively right now. Looks like the expected lineup right now is Armani Brooks, Eric Gordon, Josh Christopher, Daniel Theis, and Christian Wood. That may not be it though. May not be it. So let's see. I guess Kevin Porter Jr. may not come back today. We'll see what's up with that one finalized. But it doesn't matter because I'm looking for props on the Hornets here. I'm not betting the spread in this game. I couldn't tell you right now. I could only look towards the over, guys. Hornets games, even though the last game I did see them try to pick up on the defensive end, the coach probably got into them like, look, showing them film. Guys, you can't be having defensive breakdowns, but still, their pace, even though they played a little bit better half-court defense, the pace is going to be there. Fast and frenetic pace. It doesn't matter if you make it or miss it. These guys are taking the ball out, trying to hurry up and get it up the floor, and they're shooting early into the shot clock as well, right? So we have the highest total on the board at 236. What are we doing here? We're looking for props. That's what we're doing. I like LaMelo Ball to go bunkers tonight, guys. Now we're looking at the last game. It did go into overtime, almost 200. How many points did we have scored last time? Good God. It was a ton, right? It was a ton of points. It did go into overtime, but I still think that there will be points in this one. It was 146, 143 in the last meeting. So it did go into overtime to a combined 289 points, guys. In this one, I think LaMelo Ball, the usage rate will go up even more. Obviously, they still have their three guards, LaMelo Ball, Rozier, and Hayward. But without having Bridges and PJ Washington this one, they're turning more into a guard-oriented team, right? So obviously, LaMelo Ball always have the ball in his hands. I do think that there's going to be plenty of buckets in this game, guys. Plenty of opportunities for LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier to get over their points prop, possibly even points, rebounds, assists as well. So not with Terry Rozier. He doesn't get any assists. He doesn't pass the ball, right? So he had to get some rebounds over there. But you want to look at Terry Rozier over 20 points, guys. My God, he's one of the ones, like, who's guarding over here? It's not going to be Armani Brooks or Eric Gordon. We'll see if Jalen Green or Kevin Porter Jr. play regardless, guys. LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier will own this game, if you ask me. That's what they do. They push the pace with both of these guys. A lot of three-point attempts, and a lot of going to the hole, getting fouled, all of this, man. So Terry Rozier, his is at over 20 points. Mike and Elwin, guys, I'll be honest. I'm gonna sprinkle, me personally, the LaMelo Ball plus 650 triple-double, guys. I know you can do it. And you look at his points, you look at his rebounds and assists, both of them are around 8. You know what I'm saying? Just so that even the market thinks that he'll get there at least pretty close. He did it in the last game. Plus 650 is a damn good price. But I definitely, regards to that, the strongest one, in my opinion, LaMelo Ball, points, rebounds, assists, man. It was unfortunately when I did the show earlier, before a lot of injuries were announced, it was at 36 and a half. It's up to 38. I mean, that's a good thing if you ask me. Unfortunately, it's going up, and it's more that he has to cover, but that's showing that some money coming in on it, and some other people liking it as well. I think LaMelo Ball is going bunkers in this one, guys. So that 38, I definitely see him getting the. I think his points is at 22. So his points prop is at 22. But I think that LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, both of them going to hit their threes prop and go over their points. And I definitely like LaMelo Ball. He'll definitely have more chances to get rebounds with PJ Washington and Bridges out. So I like it. I think the pace will be there as well. And just a quick note, if you want to look at props, guys, definitely, especially taking overs and over on some points, you want to look at one of the highest totals on the board, because the points in the pace is going to be there, guys. So for me, LaMelo Ball, points, rebounds, assists, a little sprinkle at triple-double plus 650. Terry Rozier, at least 20 points as well in this one, my guys. My guy, Scary Terry's putting on the mask, not Halloween, but my guy, him and LaMelo Ball, I see both of them going off. So what, over 19 and a half, basically needs to get at least 20 points, minus 108 at the book that I'm looking at, my guys. And unfortunately, the props go up and down all day. That's what I'm liking in this game. Fast frenetic pace, even if it doesn't go over. I definitely think that the Hornets get over their team total and get to scoring some points. Rockets probably a little sluggish here. Earlier, I wanted to lean towards the Rockets. That's when they started to miss some guys. Now, Augustine, Martin, Matthews, Tate. It's going to be tough over there, man. But yeah, LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, let's go, my guys. They cashing all the props, man. Let's get to it. Next game up here. Let's go to the next game, my guys. I won't go as fast. And let's see, real quick. Any questions on this game before I go to the next one? Yeah, Trey can't do it alone. They talking about, I think Bulls. Hey, let's go to the streets of Atlanta here. Oh, the line's down to 2.5. Trey must be in. How good of a player is Trey? Is he supposed to move the line this much? Obviously, the Bulls still have some guys out. Guys. But man, let's go and see. Let's go to the injury report, man. What are we doing here? So Trae Young is in. So Trae Young's going to be in there. Now, let's go to it, because it's still a ton. Still no John Collins, no Sharif Cooper, no Gallinari. Huerter is still out. We know that Hunter is injured. He'll be out for a while. Still no Johnson, the rookie coming off the bench. Even guys they signed from the G League, guys are out. Okongwu, he's out. Lou Williams out. DeLon Wright is out now as well. They at least had a few of these guys versus New York, man. It's going to be tough, man. I got to take a look at what this bench is going to be looking like, because what are we doing here? They got Trey back. You're going to be looking at Dieng, Malcolm Hill, Cat Barber. Oh, boy. And Lance Stevenson, man. I still can't believe Lance Stevenson is back in the league, man. What are we doing here, guys? Guy blowing in LeBron's ear and stuff. What are we doing here? But that bench is going to be horrific. One thing I say about the Bulls, guys, they're still missing players. Alonzo Ball, Caruso, Derrick Jones Jr., and Patrick Williams. You could argue for their best defenders are still out. Tony Bradley is out as well, but you still got the main core, especially the two best guys on the team, three best guys, Levine, DeRozan, then Vucevic. Then you got Javonte Green's a damn good ball guy. Got hops out of this world, man. I don't know how that guy can, this little short guy, jump out of this world. Kobe White, a starting point guard. I talked about that earlier, possibly Kobe White having a big game. I'm looking at him. The points prop was at 15. I do think sneakily he could have a good game, especially going up against Trae Young, but even better, his points, rebounds, assists at 22. You see what I'm saying? So we know that starting point guard, he'll be trying to get some assists. Unfortunately, it's not so good with Levine and DeRozan, because DeRozan kind of like to, you know what I'm saying, dribble. It's not really the assist when you pass to him, because he's just looking to get his own bucket. But DeRozan and Levine, guys, their points props in this one, like I say, but I really look towards DeRozan, simply put, because he can get to the foul line better. You look at DeRozan, sometimes I don't like it, but he manipulates the refs, and when he's not getting his calls, he goes to talk to him. Hey, look, you're not giving me this shit. So and he weren't getting his calls last night. I could see DeRozan bouncing back. He was pissed last night as well. If he's getting those calls, he's good for 30 any night. Simple. Him and Levine, to be honest with you. But the Hawks, let's see, they do have Cam Reddish, and he is a defensive stopper, if you ask me. He will be locked in on one of those guys tonight. It'll be interesting to see as well. It's kind of crazy because you can actually live bet props as well, but that's a whole nother conversation. Trae Young coming back, I don't think it's enough, guys. I still like the Bulls. The Bulls are not, in theory, in a buy spot on a back-to-back and coming off and back-to-back and traveling, but they just didn't. How many days were they off right before? It's only their fourth game in 15 days, 16 days. So these guys should be rested. And they lost all three matchups versus the Hawks last year, guys. I'm telling you, wait to the last minute, make these plays. I know the Hawks, in theory, could bounce back. You still have too many guys out, if you ask me. I still like the Bulls here, -2.5 to get it done. Like I say, this team just plays different, offensively, defensively. Probably one of the most balanced teams, if you ask me, guys. So I know they're a sleeper over here in the East. You want to look at balance, offensively and defensively. I'm not betting against the Bulls, so it's Bulls or nothing for me here. I like them at the -2.5. I understand people hopping on the Hawks. It's Bulls or nothing for me in this one. Again, I'm just here to try to help you guys break the games down, to maybe push you in a direction. Most of the people that's watching this already have a direction that they're in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to let you guys know how I'm thinking. Me personally, it's still Bulls in this one. Levine, DeRozan. Like I say, whoever Reddish is knowing, they're going bunkers. They're going Bogdanovich. He's not a good defender, guys. He's not a good defender. Trae Young, he's not a good defender as well. If they depend on who they start, Lance Stevens, stop it. We better not see no damn. I'm going at Lance Stevens. If I'm DeRozan or Levine, I'm going at Lance Stevenson every time, or pick and roll. Give me Trae Young every single time. Yeah, I like the Bulls in the first half. I do, my guys. And the Hawks, don't get it. I always like to say this. Nothing is guaranteed, guys. The Hawks could come out here at the house and turn up. Even with this depleted squad, anything's possible. The Bulls could have tired legs in the second half or whatever. I'm only looking at Bulls in this one. First half and full game, my guys. There's absolute food over there on the other side. Trae Young, Bogdanovich, Lance Stevenson, they're food. I'm telling you this. It's not what you want going up against Zach LaVine and DeRozan, who hunt for these type of matchups, my guys. So let me just take a look at the props real quick. And I tell you, I do like the DeRozan one a little bit more than LaVine. Simply put, LaVine can shoot threes, and DeRozan can too. He just chooses not to. He's the mid-range king, and it just went up as well. DeRozan, it's going up. I'd like the DeRozan more to go for 30 simply because he can get to the foul line. Things aren't going well, he'll do that little jump, you know what I'm saying, and jump into you and get – it's manipulation, but it still works if you know how to do it a certain type of way. This isn't the Hawks. It's simple, guys. The Hawks are depth. That's what they are, not this squad. Only 9 available players. I think they get smashed. I still think they get smashed, even with Trae Young in there, my guys. So like I say, I'd like to say Kobe White over 15 if they're I didn't take this, guys, but I want to say that Kobe White has a sneakily good game. I would defer towards the points, rebound, assist, the PRA, because with him being the starting point guard, the assists will go up, the usage rate will be there. I don't think they have a backup point guard either. That's when they put DeRozan and Levine running the ball. That's the thing about this Kobe White prop. Levine and DeRozan will have the ball in their hand a ton, guys, a ton. But I do think Levine and DeRozan, both of those guys, are live to go for 30 in this game. Hunt matchups, guys, what they're going to do. Let's watch the game and see what happens. DeRozan, is at his points prop is at least 25 at -125, and Zach LaVine is at least 26 at -112. So the books know one of them may not get there, guys. I can tell you this. Cam Reddish, he's a baller, but the other one, he's going bunker. So we'll pay attention to that. But I do think both of them could hit. I like the Bulls in that one. First half, full game, my guys. The total, with Trae Young coming back and him being absolute food on defense, I'd probably say I lean the over. Their offense is going to get better. Defense, probably even worse. And it's tough because this total is at 210. It's just got bet up to 214, but I agree with it, my guys. And maybe Bulls not play as much defense with it being the second half of back-to-back, but Bulls smack city spot in this one, if you ask me, man. Let's go to the streets of Minnesota here. We got the Timberwolves versus the Seas. You dig what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Tatum got ruled out. I believe that happened before the earlier show. Marcus Smart, questionable with the hand. He's game time decision. See what happened. I told you Al Horford rebounds earlier at 7.5. It's up to 9 now, unfortunately. So I still like it. Obviously, you got him and Time Lord going at it in that one, but those are the only two big men on the team. It's Al Horford and Robert Williams III. So what happened is they'll probably run Al Horford, start him at the 4 with Time Lord, and then as soon as Robert Williams goes out, leave Al Horford in for a little bit more and then stagger them for the rest of the game. So I still think that Al Horford will get heavy minutes in this game, and I like the boards. Why? Timberwolves don't have a single center out there. I mean, you got Nathan Wright, but I mean, what are we doing here? Put like this. Their centers that they play all the time is Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys are out. So they have their third string center coming in here, Nathan Wright. I'll tell you what I like in this game, guys. I like Jaden McDaniels. He's what they have left over there right now. He's the best guy over there. He's the best offensive player for him. So let me just get you to updated. So Josh Okogie did get upgraded. He's game time now, if I'm not mistaken. So Patrick Beverly as well, game time decision. They're coming back from COVID. Just conditioning wise, Anthony Edwards out. I was going to say Tayshaun Prince, guys. I tripped out. Taurean Prince. Y'all know back in the day, Tayshaun with Detroit. All right. Naz Reid is out. D'Angelo Russell's out. Karl Anthony Towns is out. Jared Vanderbilt's out. Hold on. Wright is out now too, guys. What are we doing here? If I'm not mistaken, no. So Nathan Knight, that's right, that's out. Okay, so they still got Nathan Knight. He's their third string center. You'd be looking at possibly Beverly's going to play because he has to. It's simple. They don't have many guys. Beverly, Malik Beasley, Jack Layman, Jay McDaniels, and Nathan Knight. Guys, Jay McDaniel, I know he got the big hair and all. It make like his head big. Probably need to get it braided, but whatever. That's not what we're here for. Rebounds over 7.5 for Jay McDaniels, and points and rebounds over 22.5. He's their best player out there right now. It's simple, guys. And I see this is basically their G League squad. What are we doing? All right, I'm not gonna even start in the rant. They're still playing the games, so we gotta find some value, guys. What do y'all think about that in the chat? What do y'all think? And Cat is out. Exactly. Did Jay give? Yeah, we're going to go through the officials at the end of the show, my guys. And again, I'll be honest, I hadn't been hot, guys. I'm just here to try to help you guys in the right direction, especially with these props. But I'm sprinkling as well. Let's go. What we doing? What do y'all think, man? It's Jay McDaniels. I think he's going off tonight, my guys. I think he's going off. My guy Shark in the chat. Bradley, Isaiah Moore, man. Let's get some cash. Jay McDaniels, over 7.5 rebounds, over points and rebounds. It says 22.5, my guys. He's going off. He has to, right? Who else? I do like the Celtics in this game, but you got to find some props for the Timberwolves from what they're missing over there, my guys. This isn't the Timberwolves squad. When I tell you this is like a summer league roster or something. You dig what I'm saying? Give me Jay McDaniels in this one, over 22.5 points, rebounds, assists, over 7.5 rebounds, my guys. I think that's hidden. And to be honest with you, I do like the Celtics in this one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, before Jaylen Brown's points and the rebound points was lower than this earlier, guys. It's been bid up. Obviously, his money gonna be coming in on it all day. It's at 30 now. The books know that for one, he's unguardable. Like, who's guarding Jaylen Brown on the other side? Nobody. That's who. So his points, rebounds, his points is set at 30, at least 30. It's pretty high for expected from the get. Now we know he should go out for 40 in this game, but as far as placing a bet on what he's expected to do, it's tough to bet it at 30 points, over 30 points. But I do think it's going to hit. I didn't take it, my guys. What they got Malik Beasley at 22 and Jay McDaniels at 13. I'm telling you this, Jay McDaniels is going for at least 15, 20 points tonight, and he'll catch that rebounds, guys. He possibly even get that Jay McDaniels double-double. He's going to be running center at some point in this game, man. What are we – oh, boy, I got to watch some of these games. Even though it's terrible basketball, I got to watch them just so I can learn. You see what I'm saying? Let's get to it, though, my guys. Jay McDaniels going bunkers in this one, and I do lean the Celtics. I do think that Celtics should come in here and clean these guys up, man, rather easily, to be honest with you. I know the line's going down because of Tatum, they may play even better. Tatum is not a ball distributor, and Brown, you will see Brown flourish without Tatum on the floor, guys. Let's watch this. I can't wait. Jaylen Brown is one of my favorite players in the league, my guys. Yeah, first time playing so far this year. The Celtics are 9-0-1. No, they're 8-1-1 against the spread last 10 games versus the Timberwolves. This is a different year. It's a different Timberwolves squad, but the one that's out there on the floor is not the Timberwolves. If they had Ed Edwards, everybody out there, I'd be on the Timberwolves, but they don't. They don't have their big three or even their big five, really. When you have Jay McDaniels, your remaining best player, you have some problems, but he's going off tonight. So I do like the Celtics in that one, -5.5. I hadn't taken it, but I do. I like the Celtics, and I like the under in that game. I do. And the market agrees with me as well. Bet down from 217.5 to 214. Heavy lean to the under early the game. Earlier show today, one of the guys said that I think that it's going to be a lot of unders today. I agree because if the Hornets, if they cash, if they smack them up, their game's going to go under. Maybe not Bulls, Hawks, but Celtics, Timberwolves under. Let's talk about another game here. Let's go to the streets of San Antonio. I lean the under in this game. Let's go to the injuries first. No real injuries here, but DeJounte Murray in this one is out for the Spurs, and then no Donovan Mitchell. What I mean, no real injuries, no real health and safety protocols where like half the team is out. Let me check lately. So yeah, so just DeJounte Murray and then Donovan Mitchell. I think Murray is in health and safety protocols. Donovan Mitchell is just sitting out a couple games resting up. I think he has a bad ankle or something. Now, props in this game, my guys, this is what we want to look for. We want to look for not Devin Booker. We want to look for Mike Conley, guys, to have a lot better game here. So this is what happens when Donovan Mitchell doesn't play. I see Jordan Clarkson bouncing back as well. He hadn't been playing well, but his usage rate will definitely go up higher in this one. Now, Royce O'Neal, threes. He hadn't been attempting a ton of them. That's because Donovan Mitchell been attempting all of them. So I think even if Royce O'Neal, he should have at least 4 or 5 attempts tonight from three. Him getting over two, they've caught on to this. The books obviously have caught on to this. His last year, man, me and my guy Wham was cashing with Royce O'Neal threes over 1.5 every game. And it was at plus money too. Now they've kind of caught on to it. Now the over 1.5 is at -147 at the book that I'm looking at. I still think that it's not free money, but I do think it has a very high chance of hitting. Obviously, that's why I said -147. Now, Tim hit over 2.5 is plus 210. I'm sprinkling on both, me personally. So Royce O'Neal threes, I think that the attempts will be there tonight. Jordan Clarkson, guys like him, the usage rate is going up, my guys. Jordan Clarkson, his over 3.5 at plus 110. I think threes will be flying in this game. So I want to look for the offense will open up tonight. Without Donovan Mitchell, you'll see a lot more like Conley sharing the ball around, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal getting more shot attempts as well, possibly even Joe Ingles, but my guy is kind of getting pretty old now. You can tell out there he's not even the same defender. So I'm not looking at Ingles props here that he could possibly go off. His threes is at over 2.5 at -111. I really would key in on Bojan Bogdanovic, Conley, and Royce O'Neal. All three of those are three starters that play with Donovan Mitchell on the floor. Now, when you'll probably insert Joe Ingles in there, the ball will really get around more, my guys. So that's what I'm looking at this one. The only ones I've taken so far are sprinkled on Royce O'Neal at that over 1.5 and over 2.5. But I'm looking at these Clarkson ones. I'm still trying to see who they're going to start. Should be Ingles, but I think that Clarkson, his threes is definitely live, guys. Over 3.5 plus 110 is live. Clarkson, the attempts are going to be there. He's going to attempt 10 threes. I can tell you that right now. Let me look at the points. He does have some off nights, but seeing they're going up against the Spurs here on this back-to-back spot, I do think that this Jazz props are live, my guys. They got to slow down sometime. I think the Jazz finna cover the spread, man. It's a revenge spot versus the Spurs. So they don't have Mitchell. They've shown they can win without Mitchell. Can the Spurs win without DeJounte Murray? He's their highest usage player. He's their best player on the team. He does everything for them. A point guard that can go for a triple-double any night. Yeah, they're going to miss him. This isn't the Pistons. They put up 144 on the Pistons last night, guys. This in the Pistons. I think the loss of DeJounte Murray shows tonight, man. What are you guys liking so far the game? Jazz been playing zero defense. What are you talking about? The Jazz play a lot better defense on the road. What do the Jazz do at the house? They lean on their offense, shoot up threes. They know that they got high altitude. They can run a team off the court. On the road, what they do is they lean on their defense. That's exactly what happened. What I think will happen tonight. And they were at the house for 6 straight games as well. So offensively, could take them a little bit. While he said, "Hey Jay, Greg Monroe center tonight at Wolves." You're right. They did just sign him to a 10-day contract. He want to ball out to give him a contract, but guy coming off the street, man. I don't know if y'all noticed, but some of these guys coming off the street, they don't necessarily look well. They don't, you know what I'm saying? You're not used to playing NBA basketball. I'm not scared of Greg Monroe. The Celtics finna smash. Hey, no. My guy say Greg Monroe, man, these boys finna get smacked, bro. The Celtics finna take them boys to Smack City. No lie. These boys live in the chat, man. Let me go do this because I can't make this video too long. But yeah, so far for me, Terry Rozier over 19.5 points. So obviously he needs to get at least 20 points in that one. LaMelo Ball, points, rebounds, assists, got it at 36.5. It's up to 38 now, but I still like it. Sprinkle on that plus 650 triple double. I'm not even telling anybody else to do that, but I do think LaMelo Ball is live to go for a triple double tonight. I think they finna ball out here. And with all the guys the Rockets missing, Hornets likely get their revenge tonight. Run these guys off the floor, my guys. So and then this Bulls game. I like the Bulls, man. First half and full game. They bringing down the spread for me. Okay, I'll take it. I still think that the Hawks are missing way too many guys in this Timberwolves game. Jay McDaniels over 7.5 rebounds. And points, rebounds, assists over 22.5. I think I'm gonna add Jay McDaniels over 13 points as well, guys. Because I mean, all of these are correlated. It's either they're gonna go over or they all on cash. But I definitely think the usage rate will be there, and that's what it's about with props. This Jazz game, Royce O'Neal over 1.5 threes, Sprinkle over 2.5 threes. You guys do what you want. Heavy lean to Jazz in that game, and heavy lean to the under as well. And Spurs team total under. They shoot the least amount of threes. Jazz, this likely will get ugly. Jazz get to hit those threes, it'll get ugly real quick. Mr. Luther likes the over in that game. And then Afro says he likes Zach LaVine plus 4 assists, Christian Wood over 11.5 rebounds, Patty Mills over 5.5 rebounds. Well, he's asking a question. I like that Christian Wood one as well. The rebounds, he had 16 boards in that last contest, but there was no Plumlee as well. But with them not having Bridges in Washington, even more boards out there for the grabbing. And Christian Woods, he gets most of the boards for them, him and Kevin Porter Jr., man. Let's go to the Suns game, man. I got info earlier from you guys that Monty Williams won't be coaching this game. So you got that. And then I see Aiden now. Like, what are we doing? Every time you find a spot with a team, then they do this old resting bullshit. So it happens. Let me see what happened with Aiden. I didn't even see what happened with Aiden, guys. I'm not on social media right now, so I'm not seeing that, but I know that he's out. That's the only thing that matters. So I'm getting the right info that I need. Aiden is out in this one. Who else out, man? What are we doing here? Check right before the games, man. So Crowder and Aiden's out. Those are our new injuries. Now for the Grizzlies here, you won't have Dylan Brooks out there stifling Devin Booker. You won't have Milton as well, one of the better defensive guards off the bench, my guy. So the Grizzlies are starting to miss some defense. It didn't matter yesterday versus the Kings. Why? The Kings don't play any defense. I think that the Grizzlies are going up against something here. All that shit that Desmond Bane be getting, all that. No, it ain't happening tonight. These guys got real lockdown type guys. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. One of my guys early in the chat asked me about Ja Morant over 22.5. I do like that, guys. I do like that. Let me see what it is now, because I hadn't taken it. Now going up against Chris Paul, this is something that I've noticed. That's why Curry went off against his ass as well. Chris Paul is like, he's obviously an older type guy. He's there to run the offense. He's not necessarily one of the best defenders on the team. You could argue he's one of the worst if you ask me. Ja Morant over 22.5. I think that's live, guys. This is one of the games where Ja Morant has to be their best player. I know McGee is not a bad rim protector, but he's still no Aiden, right? So The Grizzlies should go into the paint every single time. The Suns have some really good three-point defense, even though I do like Jaren Jackson Jr. Over threes tonight. He went 1 for 8 last night, and it's a back-to-back. So what they'll do is probably defer from going into the hole as far as him, probably defer from going into the paint some and trying to get to some threes. But Ja Morant and Desmond Bane, these guys have to go straight to the rim. Simple. Maybe Jaren Jackson Jr. parked down there too, but he only went 1 for 8 last night for 3. He likes to shoot threes, guys. He likes to shoot threes. Let me see real quick. 3 points at least. Let's see what we got. What's the updated numbers? So it's over 1.5 at minus 152. That's pretty high, but the more obviously possibly guaranteed one. Over 2.5 plus 145 for Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he gets. I hadn't bet it, guys, and obviously got some time for these later games. I only bet right before the game, but I may get. I like Jaren Jackson Jr. threes, guys. You could pay the juice with the over 1.5, but I do like the over 2.5, getting the plus money at plus 145. The attempts will be there. It's simple. Everything's with props. That's the only thing that you can bet with and be happy with, knowing that the attempts will be there, knowing that the usage will be there. Likely they'll hit. If they don't hit, you can't be mad. You just, you know what I'm saying, you wake up for the next day, my guys. But I do like the Suns here, man. And they're bringing the spread down. They can get it done without Aiden. This is a game where the Suns have to lean on their defense. Simple. I like the under in this game. Suns have to lean on defense. I guess it's not really, I don't know how to make it that Monty Williams is in here coaching. I guess you could say probably will wear on their offense even more because they're not running as many plays or out of bound plays. But this team knows he's instilled a system, right? So even the backup assistant coaches will instill the same system regardless. I see these guys playing defense tonight. Grizzlies on a back-to-back with travel. Maybe not as much running and gunning. Unfortunately, they don't have Dylan Brooks to stifle Devin Booker. Oh, yeah, I like Devin Booker, guys. Points over. Let me know because in my book, they just took it off. I believe it was at 24 early. Please let me know what you guys got Devin Booker points. He's about to go bonkers. No, it was at 24 early. It's up to 25 now, at least going 25. So it's at 24.5. Basically, early was at 23.5. I like Booker tonight, man. I like Booker tonight. Bounce back game, man. What are you guys thinking? Chris Paul can rally the guys, Jay. Yeah, no, I think they finna smack these guys up. Who was that? Who was that? I appreciate you, man. Whoever, I'm sorry, not getting to look at the chat, man. I'm trying to get y'all right on these props. Suns, Grizzlies under 220.5, Mr. Jamin. I like it. I like that play, bro. Suns are nothing for me. Exactly. Grizzlies plus money line. Yeah, no, I'm only looking towards the Suns, man. But let me get to some more games. Devin Booker over 24.5. I'm taking that. That's simple. I'm taking it. 2 more games here. We got the Mavs versus the Blazers here, guys. I'll be honest, not a strong look. I really see like evenly matched teams right now. The Mavs really need a win. We've lost 4 out of our past 5, but the Blazers are due to come up as well. They went like on a 10-game losing streak. Don't quote me on that, but they lost for a while. They're due to come up here. So before that 2-game winning streak, they had lost 7 straight games before that. And where they're going to play well at the house, I do think that Dame should suit up in this one because they don't have a lot of guys. The problem with keeping me away from the Blazers, their bench is absolutely terrible right now. I already don't like Simons. You got guys like Ellerby and everyone's hurt right now. So real quick, I don't have a play on the game, but I will let you know the injuries. Robert Covington's out. C.J. McCollum's out. No Ben McLemore, no Nurkic. So that's another thing. Even if I wanted to take the Blazers, they don't have a single center. They'll have Larry Nance running the center out there. I'd be looking at Powell and Porzingis, rebound props and possibly points and rebounds. Powell's been playing a lot better offensively lately. We know that Porzingis will need to be better. He's the best offensive player because everybody else is defensive. Frank Ntilikina, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is a damn good two-way player, but this is a super tough game. The way that I would attack it is look at the way that I'm going to attack it. Porzingis and Powell looking at their rebounds and points and rebounds, and Larry Nance as well. He's going to be playing center out there for him. So you have to look at his rebounds, right? Let me see real quick if they have it, guys. This is how you got to attack some of these games. They're missing their centers. Okay, who's going to get the boards? These are props that have to hit in games, or like rebounds. Like there's going to be rebounds, there's going to be assists, and there's going to be points. It's just finding the right player, obviously, to get on it with. But I would even go with those over the 3 points made props unless you know it's someone that's really going to get high usage. Real quick, let me see what we going to do. Total rebounds here. and we're looking at Mavs versus Blazers. So Porzingis' rebounds is over 9.5. I like it. Why they're not giving us Powell? Powell's rebounds is at 7. It's at over 6.5. Both of those are hitting. Both of those are hitting. Porzingis is going for 10 boards. So yeah, he needs at least 10 boards at minus 111. I like Porzingis and like Powell rebounds, guys. I do. I hadn't betted yet, but I'm going to. Let's see what the early in the day brings us. But Powell and Porzingis rebounds will both cash, guys. If you want to, you could take points and rebounds. But I think both of those are cashing, my guys. They're not even trying to give me the points and rebounds right now. Let's go to the next game. Last game up here. We got the Clippers. We have the Nets, right? Nets won one game with their decimated roster. No Kevin Durant, no Joe Harris, Kyrie Irving, Sharp, Cam Thomas, Kessler Edwards, or David Duke, or LaMarcus Aldridge. So they're going with Harden, Patty Mills, Bembry, Brown, Claxton. It's a defensive lineup, guys. Simple. Other than Harden's fat ass, I like the under in this game. I do, because the Clippers right now, they have to beat you with defense. That's the only way they can stay in the game, is really coming to play on the defensive end. Obviously, they don't have a lot of guys that can just get their own bucket. Luke Kennard, he can get threes. He's food on defense, though. Just go at Luke Kennard and you'll hit. But otherwise, Bledsoe, damn good defender. He'll be all over Harden. Terrence Mann, damn good defender. It might get Marcus Morris back. Zubac, he's a defender as well. They're missing Reggie Jackson. They're missing Paul George. So they're missing Batum as well. He's out for this game. So a lot of their like potent offensive guys that they can get hot are out. We'll see if Morris comes back. But I'll tell you, I like the Clippers in this game. I think this is a winnable game for them. And I think that the Nets, at some point, they're going to – I thought that they might lose to the Lakers. The Clippers, obviously, right now, they're better than the Lakers. They play a lot better defense than them. They actually have a coach. They're actually running plays. I think the Clippers win this game, man. Simply put, I think that the Nets, obviously, they're 22-9 in the season. There's going to be fade spots for them, and I think this is one of them. Unfortunately, the Clippers on the back-to-back. They didn't have to travel anywhere, but I do think they have the defense that'll stand to this game. They got Patty Mills over there, can go off. James Harden could possibly go off as well, but I think Patty Mills would be that guy that would have to go off. Not scared of Bembry, Bruce Brown, or Nicholas Claxton, my guys. I think that the Clippers can keep this one close. If you like, you could possibly look towards the first half, but I think the Clippers are going to win this game, and I love the under in this game, guys. This one may not go past 200, or definitely not 205. Defense. If you ask me, other than James Harden, we're not mentioning him with defense, my guys. So any questions before I get out of here? I love all you guys. We're trying to cash, man. That's all we try to do is trying to cash. Yeah, Kofi. Hey, Amir Coffee looked damn good last night. Damn good. I like their bench a lot better as well. Real quick, let me see who the Nets have coming off the bench right now. This is not the Lakers, right? Just look at this. If the Lakers could get down by double digits repeatedly and come back versus the Nets, why can't the Clippers come out here and smack these motherfuckers up from the get-go? So they do got James Johnson, Javon Carter, Langston Galloway, Blake Griffin, Paul Millsap. They got a better bench right now, but I think that the Clippers, this is a defensive game. Oh boy. This is a defensive game, guys. I love the under in this spot. Under 213.5. I absolutely love it. Rondell says like Suns, Nets, Bulls, and Hornets. Let's cash. It increased to 214. I still like it. My guys. Morris possibly coming back. That's probably what that is. Man, I think Clippers are a fade spot. They played way too hard last night. It's a good point. Jazz Spurs is under 230.5. Jay, what you think? I like it, bro. I think the Spurs now I got to let you know something, Anderson. The past 5 games, this has been the second and third highest paced team in the league. That's the only thing that scares me with the under, but I do think that without Murray and Mitchell in this game, they have to slow it. Not have to. The Spurs still ran last night, but that was the Pistons, right? They put up 144 versus them. That's another thing. I see an offensive letdown coming from the Spurs. They shot 56% last night. It was at the house. They're at the house again, but I still think that it'll be an offensive letdown. This Jazz defense, they lean on their defense on the road. They're without Mitchell. They'll probably be slowing it down a little bit. I like Spurs team total under. That's where I would go, but I do lean the under, Anderson, my guy. Patty won't drop 30 again. No, I don't think so, bro. They have too many defenders over it. Luke Kennard is the worst defender on the starting lineup for the Clippers, and the same thing for Harden. Other than that, these motherfuckers can lock up. Like, I'm dead serious, bro. Mills, Brown, Bembry, Claxton, That's a under lineup. The Clippers, I'll tell you this right now. Don't take overs with the Clippers right now. They're under or nothing. This game could go over. Nothing's guaranteed. But these Clippers or these two squads right now, Nets and the Clippers, with all of their main offensive guys out, they have all the defenders left out there. The offense should be slow, should be bad, and the defense should be great. That sounds like an under to me. Josh says he likes Bulls. What's up, bro? I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you, brother. Josh says he likes Bulls, Jazz, Suns, Moneyline Parlay. Couldn't talk you off that at all. Jay, what do you think about DeRozan over 24 and a half? I think he's going for 30 in his sleep tonight. That's what I think. Porzingis, points, rebounds, assists over 33 and a half. I love it, Craig. I love it. It's simple. CJ Martin says he leans Clippers plus the 4. Alan Jackson says, I like the Hawks plus the points. I see Bogdanovich going off. Then look at some Bogdanovich props. With that being said, if you like the Hawks plus the points, that's one thing. But if you see Bogdanovich going off, why don't you take his props or take his points? That way they could even lose and you still cash, right? Does it make sense? It makes perfect sense to me because I think Bogdanovich, Reddish, and Trae Young have to go off. Other than that, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if they have enough defense to win this game, but anything is possible, though. I just had to break that down, what you said. I don't know. The last couple games, I don't know if he's almost there. I don't know. James Harden, dad bod. CJ Martin, Brooklyn, LA under 216.5. My local has it at that number. Damn, but what your local thinks is going over is what he's saying. Love the Suns, Memphis under 2. I love that under. What are we doing? The Suns got to bounce back defensively. They got to bounce back defensively. Simple. Any more questions, my guys? Finna get out of here. I tried not to make it a 45-minute video, but with me going through spreads and totals and props on every game, it's going to take a while, but 45 minutes will be the absolute max. Marcus Smart out. That's the shit I be talking about. That's the shit that be pissing me off. You find a good play, but you can't get away from a good idea. But still, what are we doing, man? Why they got to be doing this shit? I'm sorry. Marcus Smart is out. What are we doing? Jordan Campos says Spurs plus 7 lock of the year. Let's see what happens. They beat them already. Let's see if they can make it back to back without DeJounte Murray. Anything has happened. Anything can happen, my guys. Mavs Blazers under 214. The Blazers don't have I'd like to. If they had Nurkic out there, it'd actually be a big difference. When you have Nurkic to Nance, now you don't have a center out there. Now you have really no paint protection at all. I'd like to say I lean that way, Money's A, but I can't bet it without them. Center is actually, even though it doesn't seem like a big position in basketball anymore, it matters as far as interior defense, and it matters for rebounds. And especially if the other team is getting offensive rebounds and easy putbacks, that's not good. I heard that Paul George and Reggie Jackson were ruled out. Is that true, Jay? Yeah, they've been out. Would you still bet Suns? I would bet it a little bit less. Brooklyn went from being the worst defensive team in the league last year to a top 5 defensive team. Exactly. You're exactly right, my guys. Mavs first half money line. Couldn't talk you off. Rockets first half over. Spurs plus 7. T-Wolves plus 5.5. Yeah, we'll see where that T-Wolves line goes, my guys. Isaiah Moore, what you like it, my brother? Brunson over 20.5 points. I need to take points, rebounds, assists. He's live for it. He is live for it, but asking him to go to 20 for sure is Jordan said he loves the Spurs today, guys. He loves them. Jojo Rich, my guy. Corey Jones said he liked the Clippers. Yeah, no Murray is tough. Bulls, Hornets. What up, Juju, my guy? That's 2-0 right there, Juju. Bulls and Hornets. I like it. Bill Gates said he needs just 2 pick. Aiden out. Jay, what you think? Oh, okay, so let me go down real quick. I like the DeRozan. Is Dame time playing? He should be. We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. Let's go, man. All right, let's go over the plays. Just small plays for me tonight, guys. Like I say, I'm not even necessarily telling anyone to take this. I'm letting you know what I'm liking and what the sharpest plays on the board for me, my guys. So let me go to it. in this Rockets game, for me, the best bet for me is LaMelo Ball, points, rebounds, assists, over 30, over 37 and a half, maybe tiny sprinkle on triple-double plus 650, my guys. Terry Rozier, over 20 points. That's what I'm liking in that Hornets game. And I would like to say I lean Rockets team total under. Still not sure what they're doing with Green and Kevin Porter Jr. yet, but I have noticed that the Hornets are at least trying to play a little bit more attention to defense, at least in the half court. They're still going to push the shit out of the pace. That's why unders are really tricky with them. But I do lean. I think that, remember I said earlier, this season going to go Hornets and under or Rockets and over. And I'm leaning, especially with even more guys out for the Rockets. I do think that the Hornets will get their revenge in this game. So that leads me to believe to a Rockets team total under, if that makes sense, my guys. But for me, LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier props for me. I also like their 3-point props in that one. This Bulls versus Hawks game, I still like the Bulls in this one, first half and full game. Like I say, you guys don't have to bet it. The total is skyrocketing right now. Trae Young is back. I don't think that's enough, if you ask me. Maybe Trae Young goes bunkers. Anything can happen. The Bulls are these guys are one of the best teams as far as offensively and defensively balanced, guys. Went over to 45 minutes. Heavy lean Celtics, guys. I hate that they did that with Smart and Tatum out, but you know what they're doing? They see that so many guys out are for the Timberwolves that they probably feel like they can get it done without those guys. I hate the mindset because you're thinking coming in is too easy. I still heavy lean to Celtics in this one, and Jaden McDaniels, the gems in this game, you ask me. Al Horford rebounds, I took it at over 7.5. This at 9 now. I still like it. Jaylen Brown's points, it's up to 30. I'm not gonna take it, but I still think it's gonna hit. I hope that makes sense. Jaden McDaniels I took over 7.5 rebounds, and points and rebounds assists over 22.5. I'm gonna put someone Jay McDaniels over 13.5 points as well, guys. He has to. Simple. Like, oh boy, they're gonna be relying on Jay McDaniels to be their best player tonight. Take a look at it. Now, this Jazz versus Spurs game, I sprinkled on Royce O'Neal over 1.5 threes. It's juiced at minus 147, over 2.5 threes as well. Some sprinkles, but I do think they're gonna hit. I'd be looking towards Clarkson going off in this one, and Bogdanovich. Their usage is definitely going to go up. And usually when Donovan Mitchell sits out, Clarkson, he goes bunkers in this one. So look at Clarkson, possibly threes in this one and points. Heavy lean to the under in that game. They're number 2 and number 3 in pace the last 5 games, but I still think that the Jazz will have to lean on their defense here on the road. That's what they've been doing. They don't have Donovan Mitchell, no DeJounte Murray for the Spurs. My guy Jordan in the chat loves the Spurs +7. He says it's the lock of the year, so I'm just here to help some people out. Heavy lean to Suns in that one. I like the Thunder. I like the under in that one even more. You don't have Aiden, and JaVale McGee he's not as good as offensively as Aiden. So, and you still get the defense. I like the under even more. The Grizzlies may try to push the pace, but I think that the Suns will lock down defensively on what the Grizzlies would like to do. Other than Ja Morant, I do like Ja Morant over 22.5 points going up against CP3, but other than that, I do think Bane will get held under his points and go under on the threes as well. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, they're going to be all over Bane tonight, my guys. Nothing for me official on this Mavericks versus Blazers. I do like Powell and Porzingis. I hadn't betted yet. I do like Powell and Porzingis over rebounds, guys, over the rebounds. And with Porzingis, possibly points and rebounds, my guys. So hadn't took no yet. It's a late night game. See what's up with Dame and that one as well. And the late night game, Nets versus Clippers. Everyone's on the Nets tonight. Let's see what happens. I like the Clippers in this one. Plus a 4, plus a 3.5. I think this is a winnable game by the Clippers. And these are 2 defensive lineups, if you ask me, other than Luke Kennard, other than James Harden. Stout defense. I love the under 213.5, 214. I'm definitely taking that one as well. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. A huge announcement coming up. Hopefully, I get this land this sponsor, my guys. Still gonna be doing 2 shows a day. We'll see. Let's see what happens, man. Hopefully, got a sponsor here coming up. I appreciate the hell out of y'all, man. It's J Money is Money. I'd say go and follow me on Twitter, but I'm just taking a break from social media right now. Let's cash these picks, my guys. We out. I'm here to help you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Back tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Let's go.